My traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, the dawn is breaking on the stage that holds our final destiny. And so my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, don't dream it, be it, because the show must go on. And on today's episode, do you read Sutter Kane? If not, let me tell you all about it. Now, I did look under the deck, but it seemed like a lot of different things were coming through, some of which is kind of replicated on the board, but I'm not really gonna bother talking about what was under the deck because it all seemed like kind of a lot. So we'll just stick with what's like actually on the table today. So first of all, haven't had this deck wanted to come out like for a while. We have our player character deck. We had a player character because, as we all know, in the Sovereign Age, no one is an NPC. We are all player characters of various different sorts. So our player character today is the human girl, human femme, yin energy. And if you can see, this femme energy is on a laptop, or this yin, more passive energy, is on a laptop. They're working away in a coffee shop. And so based on what I've been seeing under the deck and on the board, this read would especially be for people who know they create a lot, they do a lot of work on their laptops, on your PC, tablet, phone, whatever it is, and online especially. I know that that's still kind of a large cross-section of the population at this point. Like, we all make use of that technology. But I would say double, especially if you are someone who has some sort of public page that you're consistent with, maybe make money off of a platform, whatever it is. Because it just seems like, what this seems like is that whatever y'all are doing, like in any capacity creatively, because that's a lot of different things. That's like coding, it could even be data analytics, like that's creative work because you're constructing narratives with data. It could be finance, though I'm not getting strong finance from this. It seems more like writing, producing content, memery, it could be self-help pages. It could be any type of like spiritual stuff online, artistic stuff online, creating small businesses online, but you would also likely have a social media marketing component, or you're cultivating some sort of if it's more of like a platform-based thing, then you would be like curating your personality, right? Creating that maybe organically, like as you develop, you're just being your authentic self online. Or sometimes people are very much like, no, I have like a certain sort of brand that I specifically want to put out there. So they create all of like the brand-based stuff on the back end, and then they tailor whatever they're putting out there to fit purposefully with a brand. So it could be something more structured like that. So no matter what you're doing, it would be likely that perhaps there is some sort of public aspect of this, because in the first column we have great fortune and the world. Whatever you're doing, it's probably like you're on the right track, you're on the right path. No matter where you are, you're probably going to receive some sort of benefit from the work you do. It could be financial compensation. Sometimes the Great Fortune card to me strikes me as like energy, and especially if you're online, a lot of the initial manifestations that you're going to get online are going to be more energy based. So it's going to be things like subscribes, likes, comments, and things like that, like boosts in the algorithm. It's not, unless I don't know, outliers, it'll tend to be something that you're getting money for earlier, but typically you've got to build up a certain amount of momentum online energetically before that's going to turn into any sort of financial compensation. But so I'm just saying it could be any type of reward like that. And so it might be maybe that some of y'all get a lot of attention, some of y'all are going to have much larger platforms. And what I would say about that, because the trajectory of this read, right, as I saw that under the deck, and then I saw someone unhappy with something that's going on with what y'all are doing. So especially if you put stuff up publicly, no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, you could be the most wholesome person on the planet, totally non-confrontational with the most mid takes ever. there are going to be people who don't like what you do. Okay, like that's just what it is. And so this could be something like that. There's someone in particular, or it's a contingency of energies that are just like, this really sucks and shouldn't be happening, and so like I'm opposed to it. That could be it. It could be one person particularly in your life. I don't know if it's someone you know in real life, but what we have here in the second column is the King of Cups in bad health. Now, at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and say that I would guess this bad health is like bad emotional health. Like someone, and to me, that's just coming across as someone who doesn't like you. Someone who is potentially in bad energy towards you for whatever reason. Like if we get more details on that, obviously we'll explore it. But that could be someone who you know in real life, or it could just be someone who is a lurker, or someone who's actually in your comment section or something like that. And then we also have here Journey and the Four of Coins. I don't know, like at the moment I'm relating that more to the King of Cups who is in bad health. It seems like someone doesn't like, it seems like someone who is resistant to change. It doesn't seem like a real journey. It doesn't even actually seem like a healing journey or a health journey. It just seems like whoever is being represented by this King of Cups, this is someone, or these are people who are resistant to maybe the ideas specifically that you are putting out, or the art that you're putting out, the music, the words, whatever it is. They could just be resistant to that. Or if you know you're trying to, like, I don't know, actually advocate for some sort of change in a particular industry or social change or something like that, these would be the sort of people who are just resistant to that in general. So they don't want to go on the journey with you and something, which we'll find out about. So let's see what the initial details are for our World Great Fortune. Knight of Pentacles, this is something that's going to happen gradually. So depending on where you are with your platform or whatever it is that you're creating, some of y'all are going to be farther ahead and you're receiving way more benefits. Some people are going to be in the middle and they're just sort of just now seeing things like take off a little bit. And then some people are going to be at the very beginning where they've just started their process and it's going to take a little while for them to build up. So this is just like consistent, regular, like faithful action towards a particular material result. Okay, so all right. And then our King of Cups, bad health. Queen of Swords, I don't know if this person is speaking out against you, or if you, like I said, if you speak up about something, it could be that this person just disagrees, or they could feel as though something that you're saying is harmful or wrong. That might be why. And then this Four of Coins journey, the Magician. Oh, this person could be actively doing something that they feel would stop you in your tracks. That Four of Coins journey, I want to stop this person's momentum. So it could be that this person is intending to speak out against you or do something that they feel is going to halt you. If this person feels that strongly about this. Okay, well, this is interesting. All right, this Knight of Pentacles, the Devil. Okay, so yeah, all right. Well, I don't know if that's like, maybe y'all are, okay, I was gonna say maybe y'all are in bad energy. I got a no on that, but we'll look at it. Like, I don't know if somebody feels like the things that you're saying or doing is giving cult, to be honest with you. Someone thinks that maybe like you're trying to start a cult. And that can be for anything, because that word gets thrown around like so much now. That could come in like any sort of industry, because like if we talk about like Taylor Swift fans, Swifties, like that's often referred to as a cult. A lot of like finance bro stuff, like that will be referred to as a cult. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be doing something within the spiritual realm, religious realm, or magical realm for someone to be thinking that. But we'll look at that Devil. I don't know if y'all are doing something weird. We're gonna kind of need to point that out. This is someone speaking out against you. This is like, because this world, I don't know if someone feels like, Someone might think, depending on who this person is, right? So to take it more spiritually, let's say that you are like, I don't know, let's just say you speak, like, let's say you're a witch, okay? You're an online witch, and you do talk about like Hecate or like Lilith or anything like that. Let's say you're somebody like that. You could have someone seeing the amount of attention and success that you're getting, and they could be like, well, that person obviously made a deal with the devil. That person is in league with Satan, and this person would have like very, very maybe sort of entrenched ideas about the devil and Satan and the underworld that you don't have. And so just like speaking up differently about those sorts of concepts and getting attention for it, somebody who has a completely like different mindset than you will just like, it's a very much like an us versus them thing. So they're not gonna be open to a different interpretation of that idea. They're just gonna be like, that's the enemy. And that can come from like any different way, because even like, so for me, like the first thing that I think of is someone who's gonna be like against a witch, is gonna be like a hardcore evangelical Christian, but that's not true. There are like I could see somebody who's like a certain type of like light worker, right? Being like, and this is all bad, and like being like, I don't do, like, magic in general is just evil, and like people who are doing it, like, I know that there are people out there that say this about like Satan or whatever, but I don't care, y'all. That's the enemy, and I am a light worker, and I vibe high all the time, and it's just like, okay. So it could be something like that. Could be something like that. And then this 4 of coins. Yeah, this is somebody who feels like whatever you're doing, or whatever like return that you're getting back for your like investment in yourself, in your business, whatever this is, there is something about this that this person likely, or these people feel is unjust. And so like for them, there's gonna be an element of like self-righteousness on this. I am in the right, this person is wrong, period. And it is up to us to protect people like from this influence. And what I would say about that is that I get it, because sometimes I'll get that way about stuff like people getting involved with like Teal Swan or like Benito, whatever his name was, okay? I'll be like, like, I don't know about that one. But here's the thing, I can criticize like other people who I believe are like promoting harmful ideas or whatever. I forget the name of the twin flame people. It's like a couple. Anyway, I can speak out about stuff like that, and I can say why I believe it's harmful, right? Here's the thing though, it's kind of not for me, almost like I think it's disingenuous to like not speak up about certain things. At the same time, I could see that like somebody would maybe kind of need a harmful experience, like, and hopefully stuff like that happens to them isn't too bad, because then once they come out of that harmful experience, they can speak about it more accurately, or they just know, right? Like if we're talking like Abraham Hicks style, somebody needs to have the option to experience contrast. And so if I'm out here just like, oh, you should never like do this, or like never do this form of magic, or like never like explore this type of thing, I could, even though my heart's in the right place, inhibit somebody from like growth or development. And so that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like if someone legitimately thinks someone's being harmful, I could see them like criticizing that person or like trying to expose them or whatever. But as far as like trying to make someone like your absolute enemy, like, I don't know, that kind of thing tends to do well online, so it's gonna depend. So let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna pull on our player character first. I kind of want to maybe like we could narrow down maybe some of what our player character is actually doing. And then look at this devil. And just because, like, if I narrow down to specifics and you're like, well, I'm not doing that, just take the general aspect of the read, okay? It doesn't eliminate you from the read entirely. The human girl, the Queen of Wands, so this could be a witch. Like, we could be talking about a magical person. If we're not talking about a magical person, right, because we have the black cat here and everything else, it could just be someone who speaks with confidence. It could be an attractive person. We could be talking about a spicy worker. We could be talking about someone who does pink pill stuff. But this would be like an attractive, confident person who speaks with some sort of authority online. And if you are a femme, if you are a woman, like, you are going to be, and you're speaking with confidence, right? And you're pretty. Some people really don't like that, okay? Because, like, I'm always sort of like, I don't harp a lot on, like, patriarchy and misogyny too much on the channel, but obviously there are things online that, depending on how you look, how you present, what you're talking about, that if a man or mask talked about the same things, they are not going to get as much pushback maybe as you get. So there could be an element of that to it. But this Queen of Wands with this devil, I'm kind of feeling like, I'm feeling way more of like, somebody thinks, like, somebody's like, that is a witch. We have a witch in our church. Like, okay, it's somebody who maybe thinks they're like, that person made a literally, they are in league with Satan. And I just literally heard, like, if there's an anti-Semitic, if there's an anti-Semitic angle on that, this is gonna be like, that's, I won't even say it, all right, but it's just like certain people, that's like a, y'all know, so I could see that happening as well, okay? All right, okay, so I'm pulling on this devil because I want to check, like, is there maybe something that we need to point out to the collective? I don't think so. I think y'all are balanced, y'all are doing well. I think somebody just has a bug up their butt, unfortunately, about your consensual, authentic lifestyle. And especially, that's going to go double. Are you a spicy worker? Are you trans? Are you polyamorous? Are you into kink? Are you public about that? Well, some people aren't going to appreciate it, right? Some people just aren't going to appreciate it. Temperance, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. There's nothing wrong here. What's going on is likely, to take this way more general, you are presenting an alternative way of being. It's not unhealthy. It seems very balanced, it seems very open, and it doesn't seem like you're presenting this aggressively. Temperance, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, this is more just like, hey, this is who I am. I enjoy who I am. It might not be for you, but I'm being public about it. Like, none of that seems bad, but like, it doesn't matter. Like, the further you diverge, like, from the mainstream norms, right, you're gonna have people like this. You're gonna have people like this, and even within your own, like, maybe alternative lifestyle, subculture, whatever it is, there are particular stands. So like the light worker thing, right? The light worker subculture has a particular set of norms. The witch subculture, that has a particular set of norms. Thelema, Discordianism, like more occultish stuff, not that witchcraft and all that isn't the occult, but there's a drastically different flavor and tone to like everything that I've been talking about underneath the umbrella of like maybe alternative spirituality. All of those things have different sort of practices, tones. It's a different type of person that's going to be involved with each of those different communities. And so you could be someone who's more of like a witch, but like there's gonna be another witch that like has beef with you because maybe they think that like, I don't know, something that you're doing is a closed practice, but like you are actually from the culture where this thing is practiced and it is not close to you, but someone like that's seriously, you could be getting into an issue where someone thinks like you're not this enough. So you are not Asian enough, you are not black enough, like all that kind of stuff. So this is kind of, it doesn't necessarily have to be so like Christian versus like literally anybody else, like depending on the Christian. This could be like lateral, like it's like lateral harm. So it could be anything like that, but it doesn't look like anything you're doing is actually bad. It could also be that someone might have beef with you, especially if it is more spiritual, that if you are making money off of something, someone might think that that is just something that should not be done within the context of like spirituality. So they could have a problem with that. But I'm just saying your energy looks fine. So I'm going to look at what this world thing is, because the world is here twice. So we're going to pull this down. What's going on with this world? Because I think this is just about like the type of attention that y'all might get, or if someone like perceives that you might like garner a lot of attention, like they're going to try and like cut it off like before like you get big or whatever. I don't know. See, people believe in you. It's the haters, but the haters, they believe in you, collective. The world, 5 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. This is like, I don't know, you just might be unbothered by drama. But like 5 of Wands would be like unnecessary drama. So that's like people getting into like little fights in chat and in the comment section, or people trying to troll you and you just being like, I don't, like, it doesn't matter. So like if you go live, right, and someone's like, you're a fat bitch, you're just gonna be like, but like, you probably won't even respond to it. I don't know if you're gonna like mute or block that person, but it's stuff like that. It's like if somebody is popping into chat and being like, you're of the devil and you're going to hell, it's just like, okay, have a nice day to you too. So it's not gonna stop you. You're just like, 6 of Swords. I'm getting on this 5 of Wands a little bit more detail. All right, oh, the King of Swords. So this is, I mean, it could be this King and Queen of Swords are like the same thing, but this is either one person specifically or a group of people that just fucking don't like you, okay? And that's just life. The Tower. So this person like wants to like destroy whatever it is that you're doing. Knight of Wands, like with the efficiency. But whatever it is they're doing that they feel is going to be like the tower to you is coming across as like the 5 of Wands. So, I mean, yeah, whoever that King of Cups is doing this is in bad health. And I would say it's bad health like for themselves. So can we get some more? Oh, they're going to tell me on this Queen of Swords. All right, we will get some on the Queen of Swords, but this is sort of clarifying this King of Cups bad health. Like, what is going on with this person or these people? What's going on is, I don't know, they might be trying to gatekeep something with this 9 of Wands. 3 of Cups. 8 of Wands. This is likely one person. There is one person who is like organizing something. They are remaining like in the background and they are sending other people to do the attacks. So if you like, this is like somebody getting brigaded, right? By like another channel, like somebody who's like a streamer going, oh, like everybody go tell that person over there that they're like a piece of shit. Okay. That's what that is. This could be someone who's completely like, you're going to see the Rock, right? The Rock is the people who they are directing to actually like say something to you or make the comments or flood the chat or whatever. That's the Rock. You're not going to see the true hands though, likely. The way that you can, unless like the chat is exposing it themselves. Like they might say like, blah, 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 like this person says you suck. That's going to be like a kind of crude form of attack. The people who are going to be more covert, here's the way, unless they're using sock puppets, okay? Someone might like direct their people to use sock puppets, which does happen. But what you can do if you do want to find out who the likely culprits are who are in charge of the attack potentially, is you want to look at, if they're not sock puppets, if they're real people, okay? You look at all, like, you're gonna have to find there, like, this is much easier somewhere like Twitter or Instagram or like Facebook. You gotta look at who's mutuals with who. And then you start looking at who are like the larger names that all of the people who are attacking you follow. And then after you figure that out, you go and look at those larger names and you see which of those larger names are in the most consistent drama and also would potentially have a reason to attack you. And that's usually going to like give you a good idea of who's actually doing what if the people themselves aren't announcing it. And sometimes though, what they're gonna try and do, like you can also narrow it down, is like if somebody has sock puppets, the way they'll try and intimidate you is by like, they're gonna like make the name like a covert reference to something that if you are participating in a particular subculture, you'll know what that covert reference means, what or who it's referring to. And but if you try and say something about it, like if you try and say, see, this proves that like this person is doing this, it's going to make you look crazy. That's the point. So I'm just trying to tell you, if you are interested in figuring out potentially who it is, that's how you would go about it. I don't think though that you should ever really, like, even if you have a pretty good idea, right? Don't say anything. Like, it's just to put your mind at ease, okay? Just to go, oh yeah, that person. Or, oh yeah, probably coming from this source. I don't give a shit. Because unless you have like really concrete evidence of something, if you try and like you're gonna come off looking like in Praise of Shadows, right? Like you're gonna come off looking like an insane person. And that's part of what like this sort of thing is designed to do, to make you look crazy. So if something like that is getting into your head, that's what it's designed to do. But it looks like y'all are like Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords. You don't care. So I don't even know that what I'm saying about how to figure out who's doing what is going to be useful to you, though it might be, because eventually, right, people who do this sort of thing habitually, they eventually do it to too many people, or they like do it enough that they eventually go for the wrong one. And so eventually, and I'm talking about maybe over like a decade or decades, like if you're tracking like what's going on with somebody, like eventually someone's gonna out that person. The person who outs the person with receipts, like valid receipts and everything else, every other person who has dealt with the same thing from this individual then has the opportunity to speak up and like align with the receipts having person to go, this has been my experience as well. Here's what was going down. And all together, all at the same time, that is going to actually have some sort of at least short-term result. Usually nothing's really enough to take someone down like permanently, unless you are taking like actual legal action against somebody. That's really rare. Cyberbullying or whatever, unless somebody like actually loses their life and there is like evidence of somebody encouraging someone else to do that, like you're not going to be able to take a lot of legal action with that. So it is best to just be like Queen of Pentacles, like Six of Swords, and not caring. But I'm just saying, that's typically how these people end up like falling into the pit that they tried to like make for someone else. Is like people, like there's a digital footprint, like people can see you. And so I don't know, but whoever this person is, they're in bad, okay, wait, I do want to look. Why is this person in bad health though? Like, what is the problem? So this devil is sort of like them projecting their energy like onto you. Ooh. And now I got the High Priestess, 10 of Coins out. We could be talking about a whole community in bad health. And it could be a spiritual community, or it's just a community that like potentially people don't know about, or like you don't know about. So, you know, who knows what's over here. There's something secret about this. So 8 of Swords, 7 of Coins, like you could have a community of people monitoring you that you don't know about. Online, pretty common, because there are whole channels dedicated to monitoring other people and making content about them. Like, so I just don't, like, that doesn't surprise me. I don't know why these people are, why are these people doing this secretly? Oh, God. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God. Whoever is like talking about y'all. I got 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, like. The thing is, I don't think, I was like, is this their, it's not that it's not their energy towards y'all, this 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords. It's like, that's kind of the effect that they want to create in your life, likely. But the thing is, this almost seems like this person's like followers, or it would be their community online, like if they have a chat or whatever. The sort of energy that they're looking to put on you, this is the sort of energy that they put on their own people. Because we were seeing like the person who's actually the Queen of Swords, King of Cups, bad health person, they're in the background and they're getting their like other people to like do whatever it is that they're doing. But it's like, it's these people, it seems like almost that are like fucked up because of this. Because they're the ones channeling the energy. Yes, secretly. Secretly, 7 of Swords, like, I don't know, this is weird. 7 of Swords, like 10 of Wands. Whoever is around this person, it's sort of like they're carrying all of this person's burden. It's sort of like, we're going to do all of this while this person does nothing. Why? Why would they do this? See, they're trying to say that y'all are a cult. This seems more like a cult to me. Ah! Why would they do this? They're doing it because they're idiots. Sorry, but it's like the Fool. It's like these are people who are easily led. This is like lemming off of a cliff. These are very easily brainwashed people, which means that if somebody is easily brainwashed, right, it means that these people already are like have a particular sort of wounding that would make them susceptible to that. That's how people truly get sucked up into harmful things, unfortunately. So these people don't have the ability to self-reflect as well. Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups, and whoever these people are, they are extremely devoted to whoever the leader is. They love this person, adore them. This is almost like the leader could shit in a bowl, hand it to these people and go, if you love me, eat my shit. And these people would be like, oh my God, anything for you, queen, king, royal person, non-binary person. Okay, like that's just it. So it doesn't matter. Like these are true like beta simp orbiters. No matter what the gender of like the leader is, they have like a posse of devoted, not very intelligent and wounded beta simp orbiters that will take all the hits for this person no matter what. Also fairly common online. All right. So anyway, what this strikes me as is like understandable, even if it like sucks for y'all, sorry. But I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. So this Queen of Swords, ooh, the Hierophant, this person is the leader. I am your leader. Yes, I am your leader. If you're not a believer, suck a big dick. That's who that is. Knight of Pentacles. The Lovers. I don't know if this person could just feel like you're a rival. They could just feel like you're a rival, especially if like we're talking about like no matter what industry you're in, this person could just feel like you're a rival. And like, what is this, the Lovers though? Weirdly, y'all, I don't know what this shit is going on here. This is somebody who like wants to work with you. Okay. 6 of Cups, 8 of Coins, King of Pentacles. Ultimately, what this person wants is to like either be with you or align with you. That's what they want. I don't know how this strategy, you know, like I could see, right? Like what if, like, so if these people are using like sock puppets, right? And you don't know where these attacks are coming from, like what if the person who's actually in charge decided to like white knight for you, right? Like y'all should not be doing this to like this person and I'm going to stand up for them. However, the person who is doing the standing up for you is the person who organized the attack in the first place so they can make themselves look like your savior white knight. And it's like, oh, and by like, we should like team up, like we should collaborate, like, oh my God. I could see it. I could see it. So yeah, I would watch out for that. I would watch out, like, who suspiciously is like defending me from attack, right? And does that person also suspiciously ask for something like, oh, we should, and especially it's gonna, if somebody has a bigger following than you or more clout, right? Like it would be kind of insane. Like why would somebody who had way more clout than another person do that when they already have more clout? It's because some people with clout are really insecure, like, I don't know. And so if they like see potential in someone else, like I said, this person is trying to stop something before it starts. And the way that they can do that, if they can't destroy you with their attacks, they're going to switch tactics and try to present as a friend who's like defending you from the attacks. If they can pull you like under their umbrella, if they can be like, see, like I'm the one who defended you, and so this person is technically under me, like if you start gaining more clout after that, this person can then kind of like weirdly go like, oh, well, I'm the reason why this person, it's very Kanye West, okay? I'm the reason why I made that bitch famous, okay? That like that there's like a weird kind of like clout, demonolatry, like weird fake goetic like thing that's going on here, but it has nothing to do with the goetic forces. It's got everything to do with the internet demons, okay? The internet clout demons have like possessed a person. So it might be that they do that sort of strategy, which is interesting since it's going to seem like way more like beneficial and like, see, we're working together, but it's just like all right, well, but this person, if you like work with them, what they're gonna do is like try and keep you under control that way. Like, oh, I need to like influence this person to only promote like my ideas actually, and if they don't, like I can like try and punish them or say like they took advantage of me because like obviously I have more clout, so like why would I go to them? It's very covert narcissist. Okay, so I want to look at this 4 of Coins first. What is this 4 of Coins? I think it's just I want to stop this person's trajectory. It's just all right, the 4 of Coins, the Ace of Wands. the Nine of Cups, the Sun, and the Judgment. Here's the thing, this person has a feeling. They have an inkling that y'all are going to be some kind of radically successful. I don't know, well, obviously collective, come on. But the thing is, okay, just to be real, I don't know why does this person think this? Probably because y'all are coming up as the Queen of Wands here. If y'all are very beautiful and confident, like that can just be threatening to some people. And even though I'm saying misogyny and patriarchy, this could very well be like two women in the same space, okay? And like women also uphold patriarchy and misogyny in various ways. And so one woman can be threatened by another woman's confidence, beauty, like talent, whatever, and they'll start trying to like be like, oh, well, that person's like a slut, that person's a gold digger, this person just sucked a bunch of dicks to like get where they are, and blah, 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 and like all that shit. And so this doesn't necessarily, even though I brought up patriarchy and misogyny, we have the King of Cups and like kings, that does not mean that this is a man, okay? Like that this could be the girls are fighting, you know, that kind of a thing. So why does this person think this? That y'all are going to be mega successful, other than obviously collective. The collective is obviously going to be successful. I know it, you know it, the world knows it. We have the best collective. The best collective. I can't do Trump's patter. The best collective, the biggest collective, like I don't know. The Moon, the Star, the Nine of Coins. Regardless, collective, that y'all are showing up as the Queen of Wands here, to this person experiences you as extremely captivating, beautiful, magnetic. This person thinks you are the shit. That's why they're having this reaction. So, I mean, I know that kind of sucks that like it's coming out like negatively, but it's like, it is a compliment. It truly is. It's a compliment. This person thinks you are the shit. The only thing I would say that makes this unfortunate is that in order for this person to be having this reaction, they would have to believe that like they're not the shit. When really they're the greatest magician of the age and perhaps the greatest magician of all time. There's nothing wrong with collabing with people, but the intention matters. If this person actually believed, like, so here's what's weird. This person is looking into y'all as a mirror and they are seeing some form of greatness that they are denying to themselves for a weird reason, because in order for them to perceive that accurately in you, they would have to know it in themselves. So like what, like that's why it doesn't make any sense. It, like, I understand, like we all get insecure about certain things and it's okay. It's okay to be insecure. But typically when I get super insecure about another person, I just withdraw and go like, what's going on, girl? Because like, I understand, like that person is very beautiful. That person is very talented. That person is very this. You are not that person. And like, they can't help the way that they are. Like, that's what they came in with. That's their gift. That's their talent. And I'm talking about people who would, let's say, be using this like to the greatest benefit or whatever. That doesn't mean that you don't have talents and gifts and like a different sort of beauty, maybe, blah, blah, blah. But it's just not the same. And that doesn't mean that that person's better. So it's like that kind of conversation needs to go on, but also being very honest that you are jealous and insecure. Like whenever I start getting that and get a bug up my butt about somebody else that I'm looking at, I'm just like, okay, well, you're jealous and insecure, which is understandable, but that's not gonna help you any. So maybe like take a little break, right? Take a little break and then like sit with it and then like reaffirm yourself that like, yeah, that person is doing this. That doesn't like deplete anything that I'm doing. And I would say like, even if you get into better energy with that person, depending on who you are, I would never like reach out to that person to establish any sort of like friendship, or I would just leave that person entirely alone. Because like sometimes your own intention gets a little bit sneaky, right? So I would just say, let the beings vibe, all right? But so that's what I would say. I would say to anybody who's experiencing any kind of like online jealousy or insecurity, any kind of professional jealousy or insecurity, that you're recognizing it means it is also in you. You just need to find your own fit. And the weird thing is that I would say probably this person has way more than you, which is always baffling to me when people have so much and like they see one person that like perhaps will one day with a particular sort of work and luck, like maybe be their peer, and they have a problem with like, I don't know. It's just a different sort of mentality. So let's go ahead and see what's up with this magician. We're getting one on each of these, okay? Because we're going kind of long here. But this sort of stuff is interesting to me. The Chariot on this magician, this person very much wants to stop y'all. This is like the Chariot is over here. I got the Chariot on this magician. I'm not strongly getting magical work on this. It could be, this person feels like there is some sort of injustice going on. This person really believes this. They really do believe that there is some sort of like injustice going on here. Like I said, pacts with the devil. I don't know. The Chariot, the Emperor. So like I said, this person is the Emperor. Now y'all are the Queen of Wands. Y'all aren't any slouch. I'm telling you, this person at the moment has way more. I promise you, this person has more money. This person has a bigger community. This person has more clout. This person, like, to be showing up as the Emperor, I mean, that's a negative aspect, Emperor. So this person is being a bully. This is like Pharaoh, right? I will not let my people go, blah, blah, blah. But that person has more than you. And they have the ability to like wield their power at you. So at least in some capacity. So, what injustice does this person believe like took place? The injustice they believe took place. 3 of Coins, 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords. They might believe that you did something to them. So this is like some kind of counterattack? Okay. But the thing is, we do have, so like if you don't know, like, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I bring up like the Wendigoon in Praise of Shadows thing, go look up some videos on that. The reason why In Praise of Shadows felt it necessary to make the video that he did was that he felt Wendigoon was a harmful influence within the horror community, and also that Wendigoon had also like covertly like attacked him, or was like kind of like threatening him by like following him. Okay, so he kind of was in the mindset that he was in the right by doing what he did. So I'm just saying, you could very well have someone doing this, but I would say that in this instance, right, In Praise of Shadows was a large creator, not as large as Wendigoon. Okay, but you can also see it, like the air, like, Wendigoon does not deserve the platform that he has. I deserve more. And also, like, so I'm going to paint the picture in my mind using my own politics, and also something that I've completely fabricated in my own mind, a narrative about why this person has followed me. And I'm going to use that as self-righteous fuel to attack this person. When Wendigoon, they do have different, like, they do have opposing politics, I would guess. But Wendigoon never attacked like this person. If you have millions of followers, you cannot control what those people do. Even if you say like, hey guys, please, like, don't attack this person on my bed. It's not going to stop people. It's not going to stop people. It's not going to stop the drama communities either when they smell blood in the water. So I'm just saying, there is precedent for that sort of thing. But this would be more like Wendigoon getting like bent out of shape about Embrace of Shadows and like actually covertly doing something to him. I'm gonna pull 2 more on this. Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit. I don't know that this person actually believes what they're at least telling to other people. In order to get these other people to attack, this person is having to somehow like villainize y'all, victimize themselves, something like that, or turn y'all into like the villain who is victimizing like your community or something like that. I don't know that this person actually believes what they're saying, because I got the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit here. I think this person just, their perception is that they see the writing on the wall with something that y'all are doing, and so this is just like, I can't have this person like becoming my equal or like excelling me or whatever. Like, for some reason, this person just doesn't like other people in their niche. In their niche, like in their whatever, they just don't like it. So they're gonna try and crush anybody. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to final advice outcome. Never a dull moment with the collective. All right, final advice outcome. Oh, our King of Cups is back. This person ultimately wants to work with you. Got it. King of Cups, 8 of Coins, Queen of Coins. That is going to be the end game. Likely when they see that the other stuff is not working for whatever reason. And so how is this person going to approach the collective? They will approach you covertly. That's deceit. Queen of Wands. They might send somebody else. They might send somebody else to you. They might not do it themselves. Queen of Wands, 9 of Coins. If that's not, what is this Moon? This is somebody from their community. Okay, they're not going to do it to you themselves. So there is somebody who is like on the extreme back end. Whoever though is contacting you, look at who that person tends to pal around with in the industry or niche or whatever that y'all are going with. So there's going to be somebody that comes from this person's community to talk to y'all, and say like, hey, maybe we should collaborate. Maybe we should do something. And then through your connection with that person, then you will be connected with the other person. All right, how should the collective handle this? And I would say it's going to be the person who they send to you is going to be someone that they believe you would respond the most favorably to. So if you are a woman, they're going to send another woman. If you're a trans person, they're going to send another trans. If you're a non-binary person, they're going to send a non-binary person. Like, it's going to be someone who they think that you would respond to in friendship. It wouldn't be, so if you're a man, right, and like someone is attacking you, they're not going to send you someone who you would be attracted to. They would be sending you like another mate. Like, it's somebody who you would respond to in friendship. Like there wouldn't be anything like weird like that going on. Someone you would find non-threatening. Ultimately, you should have your guard up around this. Obviously, like, don't take it. Like, the invitation, 4 of Cups, the invitation, right? It's coming from an unseen source. And like, here's the thing that we can see, but the thing itself is like coming from an unseen thing. It might be made publicly, or this could be because this is coming under this Queen of Wands. the Queen of Wands is also like, that's like a fellow influencer or like somebody. It's somebody who is a public facing person. It's going to come from that, and you should have your guard up against it, or just flat out like ignore it. Let me get some more on this Nine of Wands over here. And the thing is, that might look weird. So if like somebody is approaching you that has more clout than you and wants to collaborate, and like, if they aren't like, it's gonna look like there's no connection to what's been going on, right? And so if you just kind of cold shoulder that person, even that can be used. Well, why would this person cold shoulder? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, are they stuck up? Like, what? You know? So I would say, right, if you are paying attention to this sort of stuff, you can pay attention to who ends up using this sort of stuff against you later. And I would say don't, like, it's just for your own, like, okay, I see this going on here. Because I'm going to explain something before we close out with the Son and the Father, because it's something I saw recently on a smaller scale in my personal life. Yeah, like, it's almost like, don't respond. Don't respond to this. Don't just leave them out in the cold. Yes, don't even respond to it. Don't respond to it. Just don't. Especially if you're doing fine on your own, if you're growing steadily on your own, just like leave it alone. Leave it alone. And so before I get Jesus and close out with the highest authority on this, something went down online with people I actually know in real life. These aren't like, if I said these people's names, you would not know who the hell I was talking about. But it's people who are in a particular relationship, and one of the people does run like their own like small business, okay? And these two people apparently are going through some sort of messy breakup, unfortunately. Now, the person who runs the business has been having a very public meltdown on their own business page. The other party, who I also have some sort of acquaintanceship with, isn't saying anything at all on their social media. Now, the person who is being more public, okay, the person who's being messier, they actually have way more like engagement from people, like on their person, oh, we're so like, I can't believe this, and like blah, blah, blah. And this person who is having the meltdown is sort of like, and this is how you can tell like who abusers are, because this is what they do. And so if anyone has done this, then like that's how you can tell. And it's sort of like, this is why, like, even if all facts, right? Even if all facts, the reason why you kind of don't want to do that in the heat of the moment is because it's just not a good look. Like, seriously, it's not a good look. I think that like making stuff like that public, especially on your business page, it looks terrible. Like, because the other person's not saying anything, and because this person is being like the loudest, right? And has the most people like commenting on like their stuff. Unless you're being real frosty on that and just staying out of the whole thing entirely, you could kind of see it's like, okay, well, maybe they're right? And so when I'm looking at the person who's having the public meltdown, I'm just like, I don't know that for people who are looking to run businesses and create like professional networks with people, if somebody is airing out like dirty freaking laundry, like all online and everything else, it's just, I would think twice. Even with all of that going on, the person who just doesn't say anything to people who are like more about like a wider perspective than a shorter perspective, the person who doesn't say anything, who keeps it neat and tidy, keeps it pushing, keeps it moving on, that's the person who in the long term is going to end up looking the best publicly. Because like if the other person has kind of a history of melting down and histrionics and drama, it's just not gonna look good for them. When we take it out to a wider timeline, short term, they might receive some benefits for that, some support or whatever, but it's just an example of like why like you should think twice before engaging with like most people publicly. And so let's go ahead and get some Jesus on it, because this is just a mess. Probably not for y'all. But like I said, whoever this person is, they have a very dedicated group around them. And usually when somebody has that, no matter what, if these people would like eat a bowl of shit for this person, that's not gonna change. That's not gonna change. You're never gonna get those people to like be like, you see, they're actually the harmful ones. No. Those people are brainwashed. Teal Swan is always going to have followers. The Twin Flame people will always have followers. Most of these people will always have followers, no matter how many receipts you have, no matter how many horror stories there are. It's just, that's the way life goes, unfortunately. You just need to stay on top of what the warning signs are for yourself. And maybe like you can throw it out there for another person, like, hey, I don't know about this. Like before you get involved, like maybe you want to, but you can't control them. You can't control them. All you can do is hope that they have the best experience possible. And then if they do have a bad experience and they're coming back like, oh my God, you were right and I should have listened, don't do a victory. Like don't do the touchdown in the end zone. Just keep your doors open to those people and just be like, like it sucks, but I mean, you couldn't really know and now you do. And so pat on the back, compassion. Yes, of course, you're still my friend and everything else. So Jesus says, I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail. Y'all are good. I would just say, like, maintain your dignity. Like, don't go for low blows. Like, obviously, like, don't feed the trolls and don't fall for the okie doke, right? And the okie doke can be very, very covert. Peace be with you. This is just stay in your vibe, collective. Stay in your lane, hydrated, moisturized, self-care. Don't worry about anybody calling you a fat bitch or like an uggo or you're a brokey or whatever. You're a 5'2" man, like short king. Like who cares? Who cares? Jesus also says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. And here's another thing. You can't care about your subscriber count or whatever. The people who are most rocked by this sort of stuff, like true clout demons, they're going to care about who's following them and who's not. If you don't care about losing followers for whatever reason, they actually can't shake you. You're not going to be scrambling and desperate to keep people. You're just going to keep posting what you post, as long as you feel like you're in integrity and authenticity, and like the people are gonna do what the people are gonna do. So if you do happen to lose followers, if people do happen to sling mud at you, just keep doing what you're doing and let people decide. That's all you can do. Jesus finally says, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am. This is about like, it kind of doesn't matter. If anything does end up getting taken from you, it will be restored. So you are to keep the peace and to keep your own faith in yourself and not worry about any sort of drama that's going to go on outside of you. This is also probably about this person changing tactics once they see they can't get a rise out of you. All right, so now let us, ooh, I got something in my eye. Officially, because see, like people are, it's not dust, collective. You see someone cast a spell to put a piece of dust in my eye. Has nothing to do with the allergens that are in this house. Nothing to do with that whatsoever. Obviously, the channel is under attack. So let us close out as we mostly always do, with the highest authority. That highest authority, of course, being Bob. Our Father who art in heaven. We close with the word of Bob that is good all the time. Bob says, you have unlimited power here. You can do that. You can do anything on this canvas, anything. So no one can take your power from you, collective. And unfortunately, whoever these people or this person is, they feel that somehow you can take their power from them. Untrue. No one can do that. Bob also says, use absolutely no pressure, just like an angel's wing. Vibe high, be high vibrational collective, just whatever. The turbulence is going on here. Y'all are sailing above the turbulence into blue skies, okay? Bob finally says, talent is pursued interest. Anything you're willing to practice, you can do. So this is just about remaining consistent. Stay in that Knight of Pentacles energy, no matter what, and likely your faith, your talent, your dedication, and your commitment to being authentically yourself will see you through. So my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, this is reality, and I am your GM, your game master for this, the game of life. I am also, of course, the greatest magician of the age and perhaps the greatest magician of all time. And together, you and I will perform the greatest magic trick of all time. We will reverse the polarities of the world, make America great for once, fly this boat to the moon somehow, shift the world onto the mega happy timeline, perhaps leaving it a much better place than it ever has been before. Because we are, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, crawling on the planet's face, some insects called the human race, lost in time and lost in space. End meaning.